Since the Canelo fight, how have things been for you, Terence?
Same, man.
He's soaking it up.
Thank you. Be chilling, man.
Yeah. Last thing, Canelo said that he might bypass May for a rematch with you in September. Your thoughts?
That's new news to me.
Yeah. Would you be open to the rematch?
Yes, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah. Terence, other than just resting, yeah.
Come on, Umir.
Yeah. What do you think? Canelo Crawford rematch.
Oh, here is the chance.
You want to see it?
Everybody wants to see it.
What happens in the rematch?
Same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
Can I?
Yes, I knew it. Okay, can I go right here?
Terence Crawford, coming off his historic destruction of a Mexican boxing icon, isn't entertaining rumors anymore. He's shutting them down. When reports surfaced about a huge September 2026 comeback fight, Crawford didn't argue, negotiate, or show interest. He laughed and said 5 cold words. That's new news to me. That moment sent a loud message across boxing. Canelo Alvarez is no longer in control. For the first time, the sport's biggest star is chasing someone who isn't even answering the call. For years, Canelo ran the game, picking opponents, setting dates, and dictating every term. But that power ended the night the bell rang in Las Vegas last September. Now, while Canelo's camp is scrambling to rearrange their future for another chance, Crawford is calm, confident, and enjoying the win, proving the balance of power in boxing has officially shifted.
Did you watch the Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Woo, talk about slick. Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever. And it got to the point where he got so comfortable, he's like pit-patting him and then
Like,
what? And you're like, you're
wow.
watching, like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
Undisputed of all time. And do what you did. You're beyond an outlier. You're an anomaly.
The mind games here are quiet but ruthless. By calmly saying he's in no hurry and needs to talk with his team, Crawford is sending a clear message. Canelo is just another name on the list now. He said what most people are thinking, but few are willing to admit. The power has shifted. This is no longer about Canelo's dates, his venues, or his demands. If this fight happens, it happens when Crawford says so. And at the moment he looks more than happy letting the former king sit back and feel the pressure from the outside.
Listen, so Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford in negotiations to happen 2026, the rematch. And let me tell you something. I'm not bull jiving. See, I don't see this as a Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford rematch. I see this as a showbiz, the adult redemption. I'm going to put all the bags on Terence Bud Crawford to win this damn fight.
To see how desperate Canelo's camp really is, just look at the calendar. Insiders, including ESPN Salvador Rodriguez, are reporting something almost unheard of. Canelo is willing to skip his legendary Cinco de Mayo fight date in May 2026. That is massive. For more than 10 years, that weekend has been untouchable for Canelo, a guaranteed mega payday and a celebration built around his name. Stepping away from it isn't strategy, it's panic. And it shows a fighter willing to sacrifice tradition because he knows time, power, and leverage are no longer on his side. Now watch closely, because this says everything.
Check this out. News just broke. I want to say it broke maybe yesterday or early this morning. Saul Canelo Alvarez, his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, just said that what was Canelo plans for next year. Now, normally, Canelo fights on Cinco de Mayo, which is a Mexican-American holiday, and he fights on Mexican Independence Day. Canelo just put plans out basically saying that he's not fighting Cinco de Mayo. He wants to rematch Terence Crawford on September Mexican Independence Day weekend next year, 2026. As a matter of fact, here you go.
Eddie Reynoso, Canelo's longtime trainer and manager, has basically made it clear that their entire focus is a September 2026 comeback against Crawford. There's no tune-up fight planned, no stay-busy matchup, nothing else on the table. They're wiping the slate clean and committing a full year to figuring out the Crawford problem. That alone tells you how wide the gap really was in the first fight, because they know an ordinary 8-week camp won't fix what went wrong. They need 12 full months to rebuild a fighter who looked slow, frustrated, and completely out of answers.
Listen, I learned about that. I'm getting my $20,000 back. I can give a damn if Terence Crawford is the favorite 5-1. I'm going to put down as much money as I possibly can to get out of that $20,000 Bud Crawford debt. And that's a black damn two sugars. Yeah, I learned my damn lesson. And look at me. Look at me. I am dead serious. Now listen. Now that we got that out the way, let me give my take, okay? First and foremost, Terence Bud Crawford is a damn dog. And let me tell you what I mean. In negotiating for this rematch, he would be the first one out of the fighters who've beaten Saul Canelo Alvarez to give him a rematch. Floyd Money Mayweather didn't give Canelo Alvarez a rematch. Dimitri Bivol didn't give Canelo Alvarez a rematch. But here Terence Bud Crawford doing what he does. And let me give you a side note. Let me just put a pin in that. Put a pin in that real quick. Do you know what Terence Bud Crawford was trying to do? The type of bags he was trying to collect this year? Terence Bud Crawford accepted the Jake Paul fight. Yeah, the replacement fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. Terence Bud Crawford accepted that damn fight. Huh? Now, MVP, Jake Paul, they didn't go with Terence Bud Crawford. They went with AJ, which I'm still scratching my head on that. All right, because that is going to be a brutal knockout. But with that said, Terence Bud Crawford said yes to this, knowing damn well he's going to negotiate with Canelo. You want to talk about the bags?
In boxing, no usually doesn't mean never. It means the money isn't right yet. And in this case, the price is enormous. This isn't about normal title fight paydays anymore. This is next level money. Crawford's coach, Bernie Davis, has gone public with a number that made promoters stop breathing. A $100 million guarantee to face Canelo again. It sounds wild until you look at the reality. Crawford has already done it all, moved up, dominated, and locked in his legacy as the best fighter of his era, with nothing left to prove. So why risk his health and a perfect record for anything less than life-changing wealth? That $100 million demand flips the pressure back onto the promoters, the networks, and the Saudi money, basically daring them to prove how valuable this fight really is, and once again showing that Crawford knows his worth better than anyone else in boxing.
Why the hell would Saul Canelo Alvarez take the rematch? All right, why would he start negotiating? I'm gonna tell you why. He's a competitor, and there's a few things going on here. Number one, there was a rematch clause. And I do know right after the fight, Saul Canelo Alvarez was like, there was nothing I could do with it. But I think what happens is you start to sit back. Let me look at the fights. Let me think about this. The fight was closer than I thought. You know, that's what Canelo's thinking, right? Because technically it was. All right, when you think about the copy box and shit, put a pin in that. We all know Terence Crawford whooped that man's ass 11 rounds to 1 in reality, all right? But if you count, punches, landed or copy by, statistically, technically, it was a closer fight, okay? Now, Saul Canelo Alvarez also, last time you saw him, he's, nursing and recovering from an elbow surgery, which he had an elbow injury going into the fight. So, you start thinking about stuff like that. I'm talking about if you Canelo, why would you say, let's go ahead with the rematch? I think I got a shot. All right. Being a competitor for one. All right. And number two, the fight was closer technically than you thought because you were in there. And in there, you felt like you were getting your ass whipped. And number three, you went in there nursing an elbow injury. So it's like, I think I may have a chance as I'm 100% healthy. All right. He feels the same way about Bivol because he had a wrist injury going into the Bivol fight. So it's just, you think about all those things and like, yeah, let me give myself a shot. All right. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is get my 20 grand back.
Crawford's hesitation may also come from one simple reality. There's no real challenge left to chase. Let's be honest. The first fight wasn't the back-and-forth battle fans expected. It was a clinic. Social media has been flooded with clips on Reddit and Twitter showing Canelo swinging at nothing, struggling to cut off the ring, and clearly looking slower than the Nebraska native. When you dominate someone that cleanly, the motivation to run it back just isn't the same. Even boxing legends are weighing in, with a recent clip of Manny Pacquiao making the rounds where he delivers some tough advice, saying Canelo looked too heavy and flat-footed and warning that unless he drops weight, he has almost no chance of catching Crawford in a rematch.
Can he beat Crawford in a rematch, Canelo? Do you think he can figure it out? That he wants to rematch with Crawford, Canelo?
If he lose weight, like he's big, so that's why it's low.
Needs to lose weight.
When a legend like Pacquiao is publicly calling out your physical decline, it confirms exactly what Crawford sees. He's no longer viewing Canelo as a dangerous threat, but as a fighter who would need to completely reshape his body just to stay competitive. That's why this rematch doesn't feel like a must-see sporting moment anymore. It feels like a business move, and that reality leads straight back to the $100 million demand. Because if this is about money and not legacy, Crawford is making sure the price reflects it.
And beat Canelo Alvarez. And Canelo after the fight said he had no answers, but Canelo was the undisputed champion. So he had a rematch clause. And as I told you guys in the video I did, Terence Crawford is contractually obligated to the rematch. So Bernie the boxer, he reveals that Terence Crawford is demanding that he gets the lion's share. Now, it was reported the gate did over $45 million, close to $46 million. Gate. It also sold 65,000 people in the arena at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And so with that said, Terence Crawford was dominant that night. Canelo got 150 million reportedly, and Terence Crawford got 50 to 70 million, right? And so now Terence Crawford wants the roles to be reversed, as he should. Now, keep in mind, Canelo signed a multi-fight deal with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, okay? That's guaranteeing him a specific amount of purse. So Terence Crawford is saying, listen, I came out on top, as he did. I'm the victor, as he was, right? It was very successful, not only just because of Canelo Alvarez, but because of me as well.
Adding even more drama to this whole situation is the ugly politics of boxing sanctioning bodies. Right in the middle of these massive fight talks, the WBC stepped in and stripped Crawford of the super middleweight title he had just earned, officially blaming unpaid sanctioning fees, a move that raised plenty of eyebrows and only poured more fuel on an already heated situation.
He petitioned to fight a final elimination bout in super welterweight against Madrimov and remain champion in welter. The WBC supported him. He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount. We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great. It's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
Back in the old days, losing a belt would have been a career-altering blow and a major loss of power. But in 2026, it barely caused a stir, showing just how much the balance of influence in boxing has changed.
Mauricio, got a lot to say about me not paying him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? They ain't gonna tell me. I ain't even apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanctioned bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit. Fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free, motherfucker. What are you talking about? You want me to pay you more than the other sanctioned bodies because you feel like you better than them. How in the world all the sanctioned bodies agree to the same amount, but you sit your motherfucking ass up there and say that I need to apologize to you? The fuck? You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in the fucking ring?
Stripping Crawford of the title actually fuels his rebel image, proving he's bigger than the alphabet soup of boxing organizations. He doesn't need a green belt to sell a fight. His name carries all the weight. By taking it away, the WBC only exposed themselves as irrelevant. Now, any potential rematch isn't about unifying belts or claiming undisputed status. It's about two of the sport's biggest names settling a score. Crawford letting the belt go makes it clear he's focused on the business, not politics, and distances himself even further from the desperate grip of boxing's old guard.
Is it true that you walked up to him and you gave him the belts back?
Yeah, for sure.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Why'd you do that?
They his belts. You know, I want to be the one to, give them back to him.
But you mean actually they're your belts? You took it, you won.
Hey, my belts, but my belts is gonna come personalized. Like his belts is personalized. Them his. I took his titles.
Gotcha.
The belts is going home with him. The titles is coming home with me. I'm gonna get my new belts. And those belts is going home with him. And I just felt like it was only right that I be the one to present them back to him.
This news didn't drop through a joint announcement. It was a carefully timed leak from Canelo's camp, fed to trusted journalists to put public pressure on Crawford with a clear message. We're aiming for September. Team Canelo tried to corner him, hoping fans and media would force his hand. But Crawford's simple new news to me. Response completely defused the tactic. No anger, no rant, just a calm reminder that this was a one-sided wish list, making Canelo's team look desperate and showing who really controls the narrative. Now the roles are flipped. The man who once made opponents wait is checking his phone, hoping for a call back. The standoff couldn't be more clear. Canelo, recovering from elbow surgery and willing to give up his iconic Cinco de Mayo fight for redemption, versus Crawford, the undisputed king, laughing at the rumors, enjoying his millions, and holding out for a 9-figure payday. This fight might happen, but the balance has shifted. Canelo is no longer the unstoppable force. He's just a challenger with a big bank account hoping the champion sets a price. And until that number is met, Crawford is in no rush. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one. Lots of love from the Fighters Arena Pro Team.